Hi guys, welcome again to another review, and to prove to you, by the way, aesthetics rock, I have to say that it's my it's gonna be my catchphrase. Anyhows, in welcome again to another review episode. I'm gonna prove to you that it's not always negative, but that we can get some good examples of what's out there in terms of branding, e-commerce, and web design. And yeah, today I got sent a very good example of how to do things right by a colleague by a colleague of mine, and I really love the layout, etc., and the way it looks and the way it feels like a complete brand. And so it's gonna be mainly a code analysis. So I'm just seeing this for the second time, maybe, and I just want to point out some good aspects which we can mostly see on the homepage, or starting with the homepage, right? So, okay, cool. As you can see, it's about Bright. I think they're an American company. I'm not sure. So, anyhow, this is the homepage, or the shop page, right? And we're gonna go through this. And first part, UK, right? So first part is gonna concern itself with the homepage. So I'm gonna point out things that are done well, and some things that could even be better, but mostly the positives today, I promise. So, okay, so Britedrinks is the name of the brand of the website. What I like is, like, off the get-go, right? What I like is the slider, the infinite slider here. It's like some brands use it for, to promote the services or the advantages, such as 10 2-day shipping or free shipping, etc., etc. But here they pay attention more to the social proof. Like the entire homepage pays homage to social proof and makes use of it, right? So social proof, starting with the infinite slider. Yeah. So they are really based on social proof aspects here, and we're gonna see that throughout the entire webpage. If we expand this a little more, to consider the above the fold content, which is this, what we see at first, we can see that the top banner, the reviews banner, and the social icons, they all work together in different ways, in different manners of social proof, but they are social proof in the end. So three different base elements on first glance, which is, yeah, not every brand can boast with that. So yeah, as you can see, good start. So social proof with different or in different mechanisms, right? So we have we kind of go from the more generic to the more specific one. So we have the 5 million cancel, which is it's a general statement. Then we go to reviews, IO, which is user review, and then we go to the company social proof kind of thing, which is trusted by Meta, Google, LinkedIn. Those are very famous names and good names to be in association with, right? So what I also like, first glance, is the hero section, or the left part, the copy hero area. So the content, they start with a emphasized sentence, which is the way you should catch or draw the attention on a hero banner or hero area. So emphasize sentence, it's much catchier than just, like 1-2 terms or product names. Instead, it creates like a very holistic perception of the website, right? So with a specific perception mechanism for the brand. Okay, so if we continue reading, try bright, unnatural, blah, 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 sharper focus. Okay, so what you can see On the left, right, we have the copy, we have the call to action, and then on the right we have this intro video, which is a 50-50 layout. It's very nicely done, but if you think about it, they're not focusing on products at all, right? So they are not introducing a new line of products or bestseller collections or etc. etc. They are very brand oriented, right? So they're telling a brand story basically. As you can see, that there's nothing to do with the products themselves. It's just about a brand and the advantages of the brand, not of a particular product. So I really like that, and it's rarely done this way anymore, which is unfortunate. So they're placing value, especially on the brand building aspect of it. So no emphasis, right? Emphasis of any particular product or collection, rather brand storytelling. And the video on the right is very, yeah, I mean, it's, just watch it again. Okay, okay. Right. So it, you know, it addresses different settings, different scenarios, I guess, where the product could be of use. So it's very, yeah, it's very rich, in terms of the scenarios, the settings that can make use of this product. So it appeals to a wide variety of customers on first glance, right? But let's continue a little bit. Let's go down a little bit. All right. So we have once again, we have more elements or more emphasis on social proof. And then we have the Ys, which are mostly the USPs, right? USPs, 91% more focused, 89, 85%, 75. Okay. So once again, USPs in connection with social proof. So, by their own admission, it's based on an unpaid survey. But once again, we have the social proof aspect because it's a survey, and that's where we can collect user input, which, if done correctly, can be employed to emphasize social proof, as they do here. So the stats. So we're moving a little bit away from the brand building down to connection of USPs with social proof with statistics. So it attacks many fronts, it attacks many different facets of sales propositions, right? So stats, close surveys with impressive results. So this way they can claim, correctly so, that they're not only focused on quality, but also quantity. Or better put, they have stats to back up their qualitative assertions, which is very powerful, right? They complement each other. So let's go down. Powerful, healthy formulation, blah, 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 ingredients list, nutritional information. So as you can see up to here, there's not even a mention of product collections or different categories, right? So it's all about brand building, stats, and USPs and ESPs, right? And then we get to the transparency. I would call this transparency and qualitative aspect. I find it a little peculiar the way they've structured the layout of this banner. I'm not sure about it, but in any case, they're moving to excuse me. So they're moving to transparency, right? Transparency. And of course, backing up their qualitative products with established ingredients, I would say. Right? So from here, they are transitioning from brand building into more detail, going into more detail into their the composition of their products. In up until here, as you can see, once again, no mention of collections, bestseller, or whatever. Nothing of the sort, which is very interesting, you know? So entirely different approach and mindset here. If we continue, we'll see. This is, I guess, the main ingredients, right? Or actually most of them, maybe. Yeah, most of them. In connection with the ingredients list. So they're moving from a like a dry description of the ingredients down to a more of a visualization. The only thing I have to complain about here, if I'm being picky, it seems a little off, you know, like the images, especially this one, seems kind of AI, you know, which I don't like. So it feels a little artificial. I may be mistaken here. Maybe it's just down to the very particular style of editing, but it does feel to me like it's AI, you know, or at least part of it. So it feels a little artificial in my opinion, but the visual representation of the ingredients is, of course, very appealing, and it goes beyond the language itself naturally. Okay, so let's continue down. So the science, okay, to all right. So how can we call this, or how can we tie this into the rest? So now we're getting into the science of it. Okay, so they have some research. They have research to back up the claim. It would appear so. Yeah. Right. So research, which is a strong foundation, right? A foundational to back up claims. So once again, the and everybody knows theanine and coffee, right? That's, you know, two unique ingredients that people are aware of these days, and we're getting down to the composition again, which is interesting. So focusing on the two main ingredients, then we scroll down, and now this is finally where they start showcasing the products, and also they have different collections. So it's like one, two, three, four, fifth section that even begins illustrating some of the product lines, which again strengthens the brand building aspect, showcasing that it's a real brand and they don't only consist of products, but products are part of the brand. Not everything though, you know? Once again, social proof for like the fifth time. And here we get out to the averages and the, yeah, like self-posted images, I guess. Once again, social proof. In a different way, we did not have this before. So once again, they're strengthening their claims in various mechanisms. So we had the averages, the number of cans, so the find us logotypes from famous companies, down to the surveys, continuing with the self-posted images, and then once again more social proof in forms of full reviews created by a chemical engineer, professional, athlete. Okay, so what they do here is twofold mostly. So they are creating familiarity and putting a face to the brand, right? So they're once again transparent, and not only that, but the way they've structured this section, it's like chemical engineer, professional, athlete, and also University College London. They all give authority, right? So the founders themselves appear to have academic specialty or academic knowledge on what they're doing. So it's founded, it's based, right? Give authority to founders and brand, right? So they are argument of authority, as they call it, which is ties in with all their brand building, storytelling, social proofing, authority, you know? And then we have the classic FAQ, which is fair. You can have it on separate pages as well, but it's good to have it on the front page. So I like that. And then the footer, I'm not gonna get into the footer at this point in time. So just the homepage for now. So yeah, as you can see, 90% of it is social proof. They're mixing up videos with logo types, with different colors, with surveys, with concrete numbers, with visualization of natural ingredients, with argument of authority, with scientific studies. And there is a single section where they actually showcase the product. So this is an exercise, a fantastic exercise in brand building on a simplified homepage. It's nothing overly complicated, but they have the goods to back it up. They have the academic research, they have the authority, they have the social proofing. So it's fantastic. It's really nice. I really like it. And this is a brand building mindset and approach to sales, which is very efficacious in establishing complete universes where people feel part of a community and not only selling. So this is going to be part one, just the homepage. Keep that in mind. Steady works. See you in the next episode, which is going to be maybe the product page or maybe the footer and header, I guess the product page. So I'll see you there. Cheerio.